Good morning, everybody. I know Mary's still signing off over on her channel, but as you can see, I don't have my block completed. So I thought I would just come on, announce the stitch, give you the link to the tutorial that I followed, and then I need you guys to decide if you want to just do the plain blocks and then the stripe blocks, or if you just want to skip and just do whatever you want to do as far as the Tunisian pearl, whether you want to switch your colors or not. That needs to be up to you guys, because I know a lot of people like the look of it when it's, I'm trying to reduce some lighting here or something. I don't know. It's really bright right now. Let's see if that'll help a little bit. Yeah, that brings it down so it's not so glary. So hi, Pam. Hi, Carol. Hi, Janet. So if you guys want to have the option, because basically for the stripe, you just change color. It looks like, yeah, you just change color every time you do the return. So if you want to do that ahead of time, so you end up with a stripe piece, feel free to. I was going to just do these exactly as they are in this book and then find videos to walk you through, because I have trouble seeing what they're doing here, and I learn better from somebody actually showing me how to do it. So I'm basically just doing the Tunisian pearl plain, no striping or anything. So if you want to have a week we do one plain and a week we do one stripe, just let me know for those that are participating, or we can switch and go on to pinstripes. So if you'd like 2 weeks of practicing pearl, 1 week with a stripe in it, that's fine. And this stitch you really need to do when there's nothing going around that's going to stress you out, because you can see between Tippy and trying to help Mary, I got a little wobbly on the side, because you really have to concentrate on this one. It's a little bit different, or a lot different than the beginning ones. And I wanted to note something that Allie Kay had some trouble with, is on the first return stitch, when you go through just the one, she thought you did 1 and then 2 and then 1 and then 2. And that's how she ended up with all those globbity bits on the back. Okay, so one week we'll do the plain stitch of it, and the next week we'll do a stripe of it. We'll just follow this book exactly then. So there's 25 stitches in this book. There is a book 2, but I figure by the time we get to the end of these 25 stitches, we'll be willing to just hunt for videos, or I will be willing to just hunt for tutorials and not purchase another book, because to me that's kind of not as helpful. It's just a guide to the stitches. It gives me a list of stitches to do. So you do that first chain 1 on the first when you're working your way back. Then the rest of them are all you go through 2 stitches. So through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2. And I don't know about you guys, but this is so calming for me. I'm like, I get quiet. I can't do this a lot because I'm just learning it, but I figured I'd show a return row and one row that I learned with. Oh, I didn't tell you the channel that we're learning from this week. Her channel is called Heart Hook Home. And it's she does a really good job of showing you exactly where the yarn needs to be placed, exactly what you need to do. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I always count the loops on my hook when I get to the end to make sure I didn't miss any of those front bars, because I've done that a couple times. So see, you always end with the one hook. I mean, the one loop on the hook. I'm right here behind my sewing machine, so kind of in a Yeah, I've undone a lot too from missed posts. It's just crazy. So when you look at this, you can see the little posts right here, all these that are on the front. Well, what she says to do is you take your yarn, take your hook and push your yarn toward yourself. Then I got to find that first post. I find if I pull on it a little bit, it straightens them up, and then I can see and just go through that front post. All right. Then she says, lay that thread down, take your thumb, hold it at the base. Then you do a circle motion with your hook, so around, and then you pull through, and that creates the Tunisian purl. So again, you push your thread forward, find where you're going, insert your hook, pull your thread down, and then you hold it with your thumb. Then you do that circle twist thing and pull your loop through. This I had to do a whole lot slower than the first one because, ooh doggy, all them moves. Okay. So again, you push your thread towards yourself. Then you're going to go under that bar, the next bar. Bring your thread back down so it's laying on the front. Hold it in place, and then you do this kind of a twist and a turn. So the thread wraps around your hook, and then you pull it through. Push your yarn towards you. Go into your bar. Drop your thread down. Hold it with your thumb. Do the twisty bit. And when I was first doing the first couple rows, it was really quite difficult down here when you didn't have a base. So give yourself time to get a couple rows, and then it'll go easier. Okay. It is quite the challenge. But again, try to do this when you're just in a mellow period, or you just need a quiet time, because if like a cat drives you nuts because he wants his litter box changed, it gets all wonky. So push your thread forward, go under the next bar, which is right there. Drop your thread down so it's laying on the front. Hold it with your thumb, and then you do that little twist and pull your thread through. And I was thinking how cute this would be to make booties. Won't these be nice and warm booties if you lived someplace that got cold? It just doesn't get that cold here. Although some people keep their air conditionings. I'm just going to complete this row because it's only 20 stitches. And if I go quiet, it's because I've entered that meditative state, and it's just so easy to. And when I start looking like I'm getting loose, you can kind of pull these up a little tighter before you go to the next one. I'm trying to be patient with myself because I am just learning these with you guys. And quite frankly, I will probably have to go back and rewatch the videos to remember how to do the ones I did just the previous week. That's how quick it evaporates from my brain. But that's the good thing about me having the playlist. In fact, what's really bad is I have to go back and remember how to work off that final work off where you have to do the crochet stitches. For some reason, that just will not sit in my brain. Push it forward up to the front side of the hook, through the bar. Drop the thread, hold it with your thumb at the base of that bar. Grab your thread and twist and pull through. And I was messing up and forgetting to pull the thread to the front for a couple rows, and I ended up pulling those out. So this one's going to take a little practice. And this yarn I'm using, no, forward, not over, forward. I think I did that one wrong, didn't I? But it's easy to back up. And I just pop it out. Forward, under, drop it, hold it at the front, twist and pull through, forward. Find myself talking to myself, just to remember I'm, get myself where I need to be. Now, if you find tutorials easier if they use really huge yarn and really huge hooks, you need to go visit the Crochet Crowd, because he has a tutorial where he uses this huge yarn, but I find that distracting myself. All right, so you go through this last bar, and then your very last stitch, you're not going to do the stitch, you're just going to do a crochet, but you got to find the two outer stitches here. There's one at the front and one at the back, like that. So you go through and then you just draw up a loop through them. So now I should have 20 stitches on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. And this one's a pickle to get your attention too, because it really is affected. Right there is exactly where I was getting aggravated with the cat. And I can definitely tell, but I'm hoping blocking will help. So next week we'll do Tunisian Pearl again, but we'll do a stripe just so we can see what it looks like. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, I see what you say. Janet says she does a striped one and a plain one every week. That's fine if you want to work them that way too. I'm just trying to break them down into smaller studies for those that are kind of just learning like me. And Paint Girlie's coming on now too, so I need to sign off here, I guess. Yep, we just have to be patient with ourselves, right, Janet? It's almost like the honeycomb you did. And now you mentioned that honeycomb stitch, and when I looked in here for it in this book, let me tell you, it was something called, let me find it real quick, and I'll show you the one that's in this book that we can look and see about learning later. Oh, where is it? It's called Beehive. And I thought, well, that's got to be like honeycomb, right? Page 31. So it's quite a ways back in the book. One more this way. So this is their Beehive right here. The one they call Beehive. That'll be interesting. But to me, that's a little bit too challenging until I get, oh, there's got to be more than 25 stitches in here. How many stitches are in here? Maybe it's 40 stitches. No, hang on. We might be doing this a while longer than I thought. We have 50 stitches in here. And then it has a pattern for an infinity scarf in the back. This is copyright 2016. But it's the Tunisian Crochet Basic and Textured Stitches Volume 1. And I know she has a Volume 2 also. So we'll get to that one. And again, I will continue to use this as my guide to what stitch we'll do. And then I'll find us a YouTube video. So I'm giving lip service to the book, but I'm using YouTube teammates, I call them, or members, to learn the stitches, because I learn better from seeing. Carol, I also know that Allie Kay is using the embroidery floss. Yay, new stitch. Hi, Leslie. Yes, the feels of it. Yeah, it just is so soft. And I'm sure we'll learn a bunch more. But again, take your time when you're first starting these first couple rows on this one. It is difficult to handle. So don't get upset with yourself, because I had trouble when I was first starting those first couple rows. Okay. All right. You could do that, Carol, and then use them as a border on your scroll. You know, stitch them together as you go and just have them go along one edge or two edges of your scroll. Okay, guys, I guess that's it. The link to Heart Hook Home is in the description box. And I think that's all I have, unless you guys have questions real quick. Then I'm going to sign off. And I really love how this feels. I think this would also be a good one to make yourself slipper socks, because it lays flat. Oh, hi and bye, Mrs. Gigi. I hope everybody in the States has a wonderful 4th of July, and I hope y'all up in Canada have a wonderful Canada Day today. All right. Bye, guys.